Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lena and this is Diamonds and Sparkles. And today we're going to be working on Diana. This is the same diamond painting that I started last week. And, talking about progress with this diamond painting in particular, I just have to say that, wait, let me take this out because I already cut my section. That was so cool. So yeah, what was I saying? Yes, I have not been making much progress because life still has been pretty hectic. I am still in the training process in my new job, and I am still been having like I'm still working on my orders from a small business. So it's a huge order, and I am probably, I would say about 60% or probably closer to 70% done with that order. So I am hoping and I am crossing my fingers that I am going to be able to be done with that order. Ooh, ow, something happened by the end of last week. What am I saying? By the end of next week. That's what I wanted to say. But here we're gonna be working on this section today. I'm just using a regular diamond painting pen from Diamond Art Club, and this is the 8-placer tip from Diamond Art Club as well. For putty, I am using just like a tack that I found in my Office Depot here in my country. I am not from the US, so it was just like $2 or something, or $2.50 more or less, and it's been working great for me. I've been wanting to delve a little bit more into other brands and small businesses, but I hope in the future I am able to do that. But for now, as I said, we're gonna be working on Diana. So this week I was able to diamond paint a little bit more because I was feeling more at ease knowing that I was making progress on that order that I got from my business. So I kind of gave myself some time to diamond paint because I felt that I needed it. Like my mental health needed it, like that time, that winding up time and relaxing doing diamond painting. But I think that by now, if this had been my pre-having a job and pre-having a ton of orders, I would have maybe finished probably, I don't know, like 3 rows by now. Easily 3 rows, I am sure of it. But it has not been the case. I am starting only the 2nd row right now. I've only finished 1 row, but it's fine. There's not gonna be always unlimited time to just work on diamond painting or not there or in any other hobby that you have. And I'm counting my blessings. I'm trying to give myself the space every now and then, but at the moment, one of my biggest priorities is, my new job, and at least for the end of this month, that big order that I got. Fortunately enough, I am, as I said, I am about, I think I would say about a 70% of the way done with it, with that order. So hopefully by next week's WIP and CHAT, I am able to tell you that I finished that order and that from now on, after work, the only thing that I will have to do will be diamond painting to my heart's content. So we'll see about that. I really, really hope it happens because I am having some sort of, it's not, I feel like a withdrawal. The only thing I can think about is diamond painting, and that's precisely the thing that I have not been able to do as I want to do it. But yeah, so I guess that for this month, my time goal is again not going to be reached, but that is not like a very that is not like a strict rule that not rule, but that's not a strict goal that I have. It's just something that I want to challenge myself in, like completing a certain amount of hours working on diamond painting in a month, in an entire month. So I don't know. I hope to someday maybe achieve it. But if that doesn't happen, it is absolutely okay. It's more like to calm my curious mind and to know kind of statistically how much I work on it, or what type of diamond paintings I take more to complete, all that things. So I think I am done with this color. Yeah, I think so. So, as I said, I was able to diamond paint a little bit more. Today, I record these videos on Fridays, so I think I'm gonna spend the rest of my Friday, or at least more than just like a couple of hours. I want to see if I can diamond paint like from now until about, I don't know, 10 p.m. or something. And right now is 5-ish. Wait, no, that's a lie. Let me check. Yeah, so it's almost 5. I finished my shift today at 4. And I just said, like, I'm gonna lay down in bed. I couldn't get up. I thought I was gonna be just in bed for about 10 minutes. I just was having like a quick sandwich while watching a YouTube channel. And I said, as soon as this video ends, I am going to get up and get into my desk again. But I felt really, really tired, and I struggled quite a lot. It took me like 45 minutes, the biggest chunk of an hour, to just prepare myself. But again, it's fine. I know that I needed some rest, and I'm glad that I allowed myself to give me those 45 minutes, and I feel like a little bit better. I think that if I keep like yawning a lot, or feeling like a little bit like really, really tired, I really, really want to work on diamond painting for the rest of the day. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to prepare a coffee. I usually, coffee doesn't affect me at night for some reason. I don't know. I can drink coffee at any time at night, and I can be asleep in the following 15 minutes. Even though in mornings, it does help to keep me a little bit more alert. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's a placebo effect on my part. I have no idea, but if I keep feeling like this, like really sleepy, but I want to keep diamond painting, I think I'm going to prepare a coffee. As long as it's before 6:30-ish p.m., I'm fine. I've had coffee later at night, like at 8, 9, or even 10, and I still hadn't had any issues. And actually tomorrow is Saturday, so I don't work tomorrow, but still, I don't want to mix up my schedule too much, because right now I am in a very set schedule, because I have to be at my desk for work at a specific time. So I do need to be waking up early in the morning. So that has adjusted my schedule basically, and I don't want to ruin it like just over the weekend. We need something quick, like just one weekend. I am pretty quick to fix that, but still, I don't want to tempt the world, the future. I was gonna say another word, but I guess I forgot. So there's that. One thing that I am really proud of for myself this week, and that I don't know that I had told you before, is that I have been driving way, way more than I was previously driving. I learned how to drive last year. Like literally, it's been just a year. Oh my God, I am so sorry. Literally, it's been just a year. I think I had never seen driving as a strict necessity, because here in the city that I mainly live, many of the places that I tend to go to are kind of close. So an Uber or like another sort of, transportation like that would be usually cheap and not that expensive. But then I started to come across some other things in life that required me to drive further. I mean, not drive, because I still didn't drive by that point, but that required me to go farther. So it was either getting there in a quickly manner on an Uber and spend way too much money, or go on public transportation, but having to spend like 2 hours or even more in that commute, because, public transportation is slow. specifically if it's like a bus or something. So I decided to finally learn how to drive, and my boyfriend, I don't know, I just assumed that he was going to be the one who teach me, because his thing are like cars. His career, like his actual university career, it's about cars. It's about car design, and I am not entirely sure. I just know that he knows about cars, like all the details and many things. So I just simply thought that he was going to teach me, but I guess I made him too nervous to teach me. And also, he drives manual, and the car that he has is manual. And I told him that I was just not going to learn. Like, I was not even going to try. That if I ever got like my own car, it was going to be an automatic car. And so he said, okay, you know what? I'm just going to get you into a driving school. And so he did. And I don't know about other places, to be honest, but here in my country, there is not like, it is not an extensive process to sign yourself for a driving school, sort of. I know that in Japan, I don't know why I'm mentioning about Japan, but I just happen to know it. I am not entirely sure why. And correct me if I'm wrong, but to my understanding, in Japan, you have to go like to a really, really kind of a strict school, and you have to take lessons for up to 2 years. And then you're given your permission. But during the first year that you are a driver there, you have to wear this special badge that lets everybody know that you have less than 1 year experience in driving. Like it's a very serious matter. Here in my country, it is not. It is not at all. You can, yeah. The only thing that they require you to do is like a driving exam, but they're not even that strict. When I took mine, I could not do certain types of parking, and I did a few mistakes, and they still gave me my license. So for me, the learning process, it took me only 3 days. Yeah, I was in a driving school for 3 days, and after that, I was given my certificate that I could drive. And for the first 6 months after I actually had my license, I didn't drive like at all, nothing at all. And then we got a car. I got a car in October. Like, I finally got, it was a very lengthy process to get that specific car because I wanted a specific car, but it was a lengthy process. And I got my car this past October, so I have not even had it for a year now. And it was funny because if I told you how many kilometers, because in my country it is kilometers, is not miles as in the US. If I told you how many kilometers my car has now that I've had it for 6 months, you would not believe me. Like, honestly, you would not believe me, because for the first few months, I was very hesitant to drive. The only places I went to was like an HEB that is like a mile away from here. And it's kind of an easy drive. There's just one little intersection that is a bit more complicated, but that would be all that I would be able and capable to do. And I spent the following, like the first 3 months, I would say, not driving very much. The only places I would go were going to be those. And last week, actually, I went to a very, very far off place that I had to get into a lot of traffic. And it was like kind of a situation where I said, I have to. I have a car. I don't want to pay an Uber, because it was a far location. So if I paid for an Uber, it was going to be really, really expensive. So I said, you know what? I need to try it out. I need to be brave. I know how to drive. And actually, my boyfriend has told me that I am a good driver, that I am careful, that I am always kind of aware of my surroundings and all of that. So I called him and I told him, you know what? I'm going to try to go. I'm going to go really, really slow. I'm going to go as carefully as I possibly can. I'm going to go at an hour where the traffic is not like super, super, super extremely crazy. So I planned everything out. I was really nervous because, as I said, it was really, really far away, at least for me and for my driving experience, but I was able to achieve it. So I felt really, really great. Then this last Saturday, I just had so many things to do. But again, I said, I have a car. I have to use it. I need to practice. I need to lose that fear of driving. And I said, okay, F it, I'm gonna do it. And I took my car. I was very, very careful. I started my errands around 8:30 in the morning to be able to do as much as possible before 1 p.m. because as soon as the clock strikes 1 p.m. here in my city, the traffic gets crazy. And my theory is that a lot of people work during the weekend, like just half a day, like they go get out of work around 12 or 1 p.m. and that's, I believe, the reason of all of the traffic that is here. So I managed to go to so many places in like the first 4 hours of the day. Oh, I am so sorry. I'm just so, yeah, I think I am going to end up doing my coffee. But I think that gave me a lot of confidence. Like, it showed me that I can actually drive. It's just a matter of just, being careful and trust myself that I know how to actually do it. And also my city, it's a bit complicated, but it's a tricky place to drive. So I am really proud of myself. And then yesterday, after my working shift, I went with my sister to like a mall because we were going to go to an Apple store because I needed to get my Apple Watch fixed. I broke it months ago. I think it was back in January, but I hadn't had, like, I don't know, I just sort of procrastinated quite a lot on it. So I went, and again, she got to my house and like to my apartment, and we went there and I drove and everything. And then at night, I took the challenge of going to leave her to her place, which is a bit far away, and to the place where she lives. At the time that I was going to leave her, it was a little bit more trafficy than in my area, and like a lot of very big streets, and it was quite scary. But I told her it's fine. I mean, I'm going to try it out. I'm going to be calm about it. I'm going to be very careful about it. And I was able to do it. And again, I felt extremely, extremely good and extremely proud. And I think that the biggest, or one of the biggest reasons for feeling so proud about driving is that before I learned how to drive, I kind of excused myself, telling myself that I didn't need to drive. Like, I could go everywhere in an Uber because it was very cheap, or that I preferred to pay for public transportation because it was very cheap, all of that. But, and yes, I kind of thought that way. Like, I really thought that was a reason, but it was not the main reason. I think my main reason was just me trying to have a justification not to drive, because honestly, I had always been very afraid to drive. I don't know. I could not explain it to you. So these few times that I've driven have been really, yeah, I've been feeling really proud about it, because it's something that I never thought I was going to be able to do. And I believe that is because of my anxious nature, that I am always afraid that I'm going to be, you're in a car. Those things are really, really heavy. And I just, having worked in healthcare for like all my professional life and career, I see very awful cases, and I just know that a little mistake can cause a lot of pain. So yeah, I just was really, really afraid. But as I said, I am super, extremely proud of myself. And I am finding that every time that I drive to a new place or new location, even if it's close or far or tricky or confusing, I've been trying to doing it, and I've been successful every single time. So I think that's what has given me little by little even more confidence. Like, the confidence is being like adding up over time. Like, every time that I achieve something, it gives me more confidence, and then I try something trickier, and it gets like it's done okay, and it gets like easier and easier and easier. So long story short, I am really proud of myself for that. And I don't know why I ended up talking about my entire driving experience. I guess it all came out from me just telling you that I have been driving quite a lot these past 2 weeks, but especially this last week from Saturday until today. So I guess there's that. I get so thirsty because I'm not used to talk so much, but yeah. Now, there's a thing that I am really excited about that I was not sure if I should or not say because I don't know exactly when it's going to happen, but a company contacted me on Instagram asking me if I wanted a collaboration. And one of the things that they said was that all their images were licensed and they were like ethically and all of that. So I took a look into it because, you know, I think it's different to show a little of budget canvases on a few videos every now and then, but it's something different to kind of collab and give exposure to a company. You know, it's your opinion and your views that you're compromising. Not compromising, but it's your credibility, the one that's at game, you know? So I went into it and I looked into it, and I am not an expert on licensing or anything, but everything seemed to be okay with me. And the canvases that they are, that I'm gonna get are not going to be completely free. I was offered a heavy discount on the kits if I wanted to collab with them, and another small kit as a gift. And so the only thing that they asked for was like a picture, to share a picture on Instagram. And I told them that I was okay with doing that, but I also told them that I was going to be transparent, that my opinion was going to be completely mine. And they actually agreed with that. They said that they wanted like honest opinions, and that it was like all the creative thing was up to me basically. So I told them that I actually, if we ended up doing this collab is on Instagram, by the way, but they said that if we ended, the only thing that they required was a picture over Instagram and for me to tag them. But I told them that if it was okay, I asked them if it was okay to do a YouTube video, and they said yes. So when that happens, what I want to do is do an unboxing and maybe do a WIP and CHAT where I work on that particular piece that I ordered from them, and later on give a review, and everything would be 100% honest. Like, I value a lot this community and the people here, and I know that overall, at least my experience with the diamond painting community has been great. The people have been great, and I don't want to do anything that compromises that. You know, I am never going to recommend something that I don't personally like. I am not going to, like, yeah, I was offered a heavy discount, but for those products, I still paid for myself, the majority of it. And even though I am going to get a small gift from them, that is not going to change my perspective overall when I actually see the pieces, when I actually have the pieces. So at least there you can rest assured 100%, 1000%, however percentage you want to give me, that is over 100, that I am going to be honest with my opinions and my thoughts. And I also hope that just in case there's anything to comment, good and, you know, points for improvement, that the feedback is received respectfully, because I am going to try to give every single thought as respectfully as I possibly can. And that's one of the things that I've heard a lot. Some people, especially Katie over at Diamonds and Washi, talk about, you know, stating that it's fine if something is not perfect, because, you know, there's room for error everywhere, and that is okay. But what she believes is kind of the strong point of a new shop is to be able to receive feedback and take it into consideration. Because at the end, being kind, of course, as long as you're doing it respectfully, which I am always going to do. And I think that companies who receive feedback as what it is, feedback, it only helps. It is beneficial for everybody. It's a win-win situation, basically, because you as a customer, giving feedback, you inform this company, and this company has information on what they can improve, what can they do different, what can they keep doing because they're doing great at it, and always finding rooms of improvement. And that is not necessarily a bad thing. On the contrary, I believe it's a great thing, because we all evolve in a bigger or a smaller scale. We all evolve in a specific way. And as I said, as long as it's said respectfully and with the best intentions, I think it's a great way to help all these coming up companies to grow and to be considered as what would be the word, like reliable and trustworthy and all of that. So I am not entirely sure on when I'm going to get that. I ordered 2 diamond paintings. They're not really big, but I wanted to order more than one to be able to have like a scope, but again, not too big, because I didn't want it to be to take me that much time basically to go over it and make a review. And for now, I am really excited, because that place was actually the first place out of Diamond Art Club, and of course the first budget kits that I got. That don't really count, but that was the first place where I purchased some canvases, and it helped a lot, of course, that it was heavily discounted, and the canvases were really pretty. They I think they align a lot with some things that I think about, and I just hope I have a good experience. I really, really hope I have a good experience with that new company in particular. But I'm gonna tell you all about it when I get the canvases, of course. And as I said, I'm not entirely sure on when that's gonna be. Again, I'm tired of talking. I'm tired of talking. But did I tell you, or did I say that the last week? I don't remember when that happened. Let me check really quickly, because I don't remember. There was something else I have here in my notes, but I am not entirely sure. So when was the 19th? The 19th was last Friday. But when did I get this? This I got at 7:50. So I guess I didn't tell you, or when did I recorded my WIP and CHAT last week? I don't remember, but did I tell you already that I got which bedroom on the restock from Mrs. Butterdy? I'm not sure I told you, but okay, just in case I didn't tell you, which bedroom from Mrs. Butterdy came into they had a restock, and I purchased it last Friday for a few reasons. That kit is $49.99, and I had a $20 sort of cashback thing, because someone used like my link and my code to purchase something like $10 off of a Diamond Art Club, and I got $20 off. So I said, you know what? It's $20 off, so it's going to be cheaper, and even adding the shipping cost is going to be cheaper than the actual regular price of the painting. And it's only one painting, and it's not a very big one, and it's on restock, and I don't even know when this is going to come back, and I've been wanting this diamond painting for the longest time, so I went ahead and did it. Now, I am really concerned, because one of the pieces that is going to be released tomorrow, that is Saturday, or today, that is the day that I'm uploading this, is going to be so hard for me to resist because the image is gorgeous. It's a Margaret Morales. Jesus, it's a stunning. The color palette is just calling my name. You have no idea. It's just calling my name. I am not sure yet on how much it's gonna be, but it's gonna be really hard to resist. I don't think I should buy it because I have those two on the way. I still have a few more of the ones of the last unboxings that I've done. And I don't really want the idea of having a very large stash, and that's 100 personal preference. But that one is going to be really hard to resist. And it's a very, I mean, not very small. What's the word that I'm looking for? Like, it's a very manageable size. That's what I wanted to say. Like, it's not a 70 by 100 and whatever. Like, it's not a huge one. I think it's 50 something by 70 something. Let me look for it and tell you, because I remember that I saw it and it wasn't something crazy or anything like that. So let's go over to Instagram and do diamonds and diamond art club. Oh my god, it's so precious. Yes, it's a 46 by 70. It's not even that big. And as I said, just the color palettes. Oh my god. And it has an electro, an iridescent, and 4 fairy dust colors. Like, oh, Jesus. I am done. It's so pretty. I'm gonna have a really hard time with this diamond painting in particular. But I guess we'll see tomorrow what I end up doing. I want to be very mindful of what I buy, especially now that I'm going to have like a stable job and a stable income. I don't want to kind of get confident over that, and I don't want to purchase without being really mindful about like what comes into my life. So I guess I'm gonna update you later on you know, if you don't see an unboxing from that, then it means that it didn't happen. But it's gonna be really hard. Definitely really hard. So that's how my week has been, really. I've been in this constant loop of work, and then small business, and then bed for the past 2 weeks now. I've given myself a few moments here and there to rest, and as I said, I've done a little diamond painting. Not the amount of time that I would want, but again, it's completely fine. But yeah, life has been tiring. I've been really tired, and I actually kind of my routine for work is that even if I start my shift starts at 7 a.m. so I wake up at 6 just to give myself like proper time to wake up and not be all groggy and, you know, falling asleep at the beginning of my shift. So during that hour, the very first thing that I would do is I put my AirPods on, and I put an audiobook, and I do just some light chores around the house for about 20 minutes. And then I do breakfast for me and my boyfriend, and I wake up my boyfriend with breakfast made, and I make myself my coffee, you know, sometimes play a little bit on my phone, kind of having a slow morning without rushing. That's precisely what I want to avoid. Like the rush of the morning, like waking up maybe just before my shift start. I don't like that at all. So during that entire, like I would say 50-ish minutes, I'm just listening to an audiobook while I try to be, you know, do some stuff around. And that helped me to finish like the audiobook that I was listening to for the past week and a half, I think. And I really liked it. It was some sort of, it was like a memoir, I believe. And again, of someone who was in a cult when she was little. So all those things are always really, for one, they're really interesting to get into the human psyche, if you will. And for the other part, they're really heartbreaking and sad, because some stories are just, they're unbelievable, to be honest. They're just, I can't fathom. But I finished that, I think that was on Tuesday, I believe, or maybe Wednesday. I don't think I'm remembering correctly, but in the middle of the week, sort of. And I started another audiobook. I started Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. Earlier in this year, I started my, I don't even know which reread I'm in of Harry Potter. And I read the first 4 books in a day, basically, in a very short amount of time. I think it was February, if I'm remembering correctly. I think it was February. So since then, I had not picked up another Harry Potter book. So I thought, I really felt like I wanted to start the 5th one. So I did. And right now I am, I would say, around a third of the way into it. Probably. And it's just amazing how I just, you just get to forget so many details. Like, of course, the broad story, but there are just some details that are the type of details that never get into the movie, but that also have some meaning. Like, the plot doesn't get lost if it's not in the movie, but the story gets richer when you read it directly from a book. So I've been having a blast, and I've been so frustrated with Umbridge. I always forget how annoying her character is. I just cannot take it. Like, yeah. There was actually one, I think it was yesterday, or was it today in the morning? Oh my God, I cannot even remember, but it was either today or the day before. That is when Umbridge starts, like, in Hogwarts, and she starts as the Inquisitor, and she's being really extremely annoying. I wanted to strangle her. Like, I was fuming, and that's how much I can get into a story very quickly. And I think, especially since it's Harry Potter and it's such a known story to me, it's even easier to get immersed and getting to know, I mean, not to know because I already know, but getting into the character's atmosphere and mood and everything. So it's been really cool. As I said, I didn't say it already, I don't know, but I am like a third of the way into it. And I don't know, I think I'm going to be able to finish it this week, like for next Friday. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm confident that I might be able to. And I really want to go back to reading physical books, but I don't know. It's been kind of harder, sort of. I guess that I prefer right now, like, the hobby that I prefer to do is diamond painting, and diamond painting requires, like, your eyes and your hands, and to be able to read a physical book, you need your eyes and your hands. So those are 2 activities that overlap. So I've been having to, I mean, it's not like a conscious decision of, it's either these or that. I just go with the flow of what I feel I want to do, and most times it's diamond painting over physical books. But, consuming stories in any format is still something that I really enjoy, and that I will consider as part of my life forever. It's just that, yeah, for now, diamond painting has had more attention from me than my books. But, maybe one day that's gonna come back, or maybe one day I'm going to be able to balance, like, how much I like one hobby and the other, and balance them, not perfectly, of course, but a little bit better. So there's that, I guess. And yeah, I'm not sure if there's anything else I could tell you. One thing is that I've been thinking about the fact of maybe getting to know people a little bit better. I've been trying to broaden the amount of people that I watch on YouTube, like diamond painting YouTube. but I don't want to rush it. I don't want it to feel fake, you know? I want to see if I can somewhat organically find channels that I truly enjoy and content that I truly enjoy and people who I truly enjoy. So it's been a slow process, but yeah, I don't want to rush it and for it to feel like fake or forced or any of that. So far I've been talking a little bit more with people over on Instagram, and it's been really cool. You know, just talking about specific hits in particular, sharing ideas, and it's been cool. It's been a nice first 4 months of introduction, like a full an introduction of a like fully diamond painter, you know, not just like a discover thing like, oh, what's this, but a thing about I want to buy diamond paintings every week, and I'm constantly binge watching content if I find a creator that I really enjoy, you know, in the thick of it. In the thick of it, that's it. So yeah, I think that's all I have for today. I'm not entirely sure of how long this was, but it's fine. It doesn't have to be in a specific length. So I think that I'm going to be spending the rest of my day diamond painting. I want to finish this section and then go over to edit this video and other and a couple of more videos that I've had that I have not had the chance to edit. So that's how I believe I'm gonna be spending the rest of my day. So I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day and weekend. If you're seeing this on Saturday, if you see it at any other time, just have a fantastic time whenever, basically. Thank you so much for watching. For the returning people who are already subscribed, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And if you're new to my channel, I hope that you like my content and that you subscribe and like this video. And I guess that it's time to say to see you all guys later, and don't forget to keep on diamond painting. Bye bye.